Jay Leno's garage is famous for its incredible lineup of classic cars and supercars, but tucked among them is a hidden trove of rare pickup trucks you won't find anywhere else. Let's count down the 10 rarest pickups in Jay Leno's collection. What makes this part of the collection so interesting is how varied it is, spanning nearly a century of American and international engineering.
Number 10. Boyd Coddington's 1989 chopped GMC Sierra. Back in the late 1980s, custom truck pioneer Boyd Coddington built this striking pickup for original owner Craig Meredith of Newport Beach, California. Constructed by hand at the Hot Rods by Boyd shop, it debuted in 1989 and stood apart from anything coming off an assembly line. This GMC Sierra was reportedly the first of its kind to receive a chopped roofline, a detail that earned coverage in Truck magazine. The build includes shaved taillights, a reshaped front bumper, modified fenders, a flush-mounted power antenna, and a custom rolled rear pan, along with hidden turn signals and taillights for a cleaner silhouette. A dropped suspension with custom coil springs and an axle flip gives it its low stance, and it rides on 16-inch two-piece Boyd wheels wrapped in Goodyear rubber. Under the hood sits the original 350 cubic inch V8, still putting out 210 horsepower and 300 pound-feet of torque. Boyd Coddington is regarded as a founding figure of the modern hot rod movement, and this Sierra represents an early example of the chopped roof treatment that later became popular nationwide.
Number 9. 2023 Sam Walton F-150 Lightning Tribute. This special build came out of a collaboration between Jay Leno and Ford, honoring the pickup truck Sam Walton once drove, which is now on display at the Walmart Museum in Bentonville, Arkansas. Debuting for the 2023 model year, the tribute truck shows Ford's push towards an electric future. It wears a nostalgic red and white two-tone paint scheme, matching Walton's original, complete with dog crates and a toolbox mounted in the bed, just like the truck it honors. The wheels echo the look of the original as well, fitted with whitewall-style tires. Exact motor displacement isn't published, but the electric setup runs on a 131 kilowatt-hour battery pack, producing 580 horsepower and a massive 775 pound-feet of torque. Beyond the specs, it carries an emotional layer, tying the humble beginnings of one of the world's largest retailers to Ford's vision for the future of trucks.
Number 8. 1938 Studebaker K30. This Studebaker, built between 1938 and 1940, is prized for its historical significance and forward-thinking design. It was one of the first American trucks to offer a sleeper cab, letting long-haul drivers rest without leaving the road. Leno picked up this rare find through a private sale. Power comes from a rugged 383 cubic inch Hercules inline-six, producing 102 horsepower. No turbo, just old-fashioned durability. The sleeper cab remains its signature feature, alongside a 3-speed manual transmission typical of trucks from that era. Trucks like the K30 marked a turning point for the trucking industry, since resting inside the cab instead of stopping at a motel changed how long-distance hauling was planned.
Number 7. The 1953 Ford F-100. Built to mark Ford's 50th anniversary, this F-100 belongs to the second generation of Ford's F-Series, produced from 1953 to 1956, and it blends vintage styling with some serious modern muscle. Restored in detail by Classic Car Studio, Leno's example runs a Ford Racing 302 crate engine, making 345 horsepower, paired with a 5-speed Tremec manual gearbox. A TCI chassis, Mustang 2 front end, and 4-link rear suspension give it modern handling manners, while the exterior wears a custom bronze and green paint scheme, and the cabin is finished in leather. This build really shows how far resto-mod culture has come, blending 1950s design with a chassis and drivetrain that keeps up with modern traffic.
Number 6. 1968 Velocity Ford Bronco. Originally a gift from Craig Ferguson, this 1968 Bronco, from the first generation, built between 1966 and 1977, was reworked by Velocity Modern Classics into a fusion of classic looks and modern power. Its heart is a supercharged 5.2-liter V8 borrowed from the Ford Mustang Shelby GT500, good for 760 horsepower. While that engine typically pairs with a dual-clutch automatic, here it's made it to a custom TR4050 5-speed manual instead. The body keeps its vintage stance, but gains LED headlights and fresh paint, while the interior is upgraded with leather seating and modern comforts. The personal connection also adds weight, since it started as a gift from a close friend, making the story behind it as notable as the build itself.
Number 5. 1978 Ford F100 Illuminator. This one-of-a-kind build takes a 6th-generation F-Series truck and converts it into a full electric vehicle. It's powered by Ford's Illuminator crate motor setup, the same units used in the Mustang Mach-E GG, with dual electric motors combining for 480 horsepower and 634 pound-feet of torque. The result is a vintage F100 that can match the acceleration of modern performance cars, all while keeping its original grille and body lines, updated only with LED lighting. Projects like the Illuminator show where classic truck restoration may be heading next, as more owners choose to preserve a vehicle's original character while swapping in a powertrain that needs far less maintenance.
Number 4. The 1970 Velocity Ford F250. Velocity Modern Classics also build this 5th-generation F-Series truck from the 67 to 72 era into a high-performance resto mod. It now runs a 3rd-generation 5.0-liter Coyote V8 making 480 horsepower, all sent through a 10-speed automatic transmission. A custom chassis from Roadster Shop, Dana axles, and coilover suspension handle the underpinnings, while Willwood brakes, 18-inch wheels, and 33-inch tires round out a build focused on both looks and capability. What really sets this F250 apart is how far the upgrades go beneath the surface. Nearly every mechanical component is modern, so while it looks like a classic Ford outside, it drives closer to a brand new truck.
Number 3. 1972 Ford Courier. Marking Ford's early move into the compact pickup segment, the Courier was actually a rebadged Mazda B-Series, built through a partnership between the two companies, meant to help Ford compete with small trucks from Toyota and Nissan. Produced from 1972 to 1982, it had a payload rating of 1,400 pounds and came with a 1.8-liter overhead cam 4-cylinder, making 74 horsepower and 92 pound-feet of torque. A 4-speed manual was standard, with a 3-speed automatic optional, and a 5-speed manual joined the lineup in 1976. Its simple grille, round headlights, and no-nonsense design made it a favorite with small businesses and city drivers. The Courier also matters as industry history, marking one of the earliest cases of an American automaker partnering with a Japanese manufacturer to compete in a segment it hadn't fully entered on its own. Number 2. 1916 Autocar Coal Truck. Autocar had been building trucks since 1911, and this 1916 example dates to a time when coal was the primary way homes were heated. Function came before comfort here. Solid rubber tires, wooden wheels, and a twin-cylinder boxer engine making 18 horsepower, enough to haul 2.5 tons of coal at speeds up to 25 miles per hour. Exact displacement figures haven't survived, but the truck's reliability is well documented. A 3-speed manual sends power to the rear wheels, and the whole package made it a workhorse for coal delivery in the early 1900s. Surviving examples of trucks from this period are extremely uncommon, which is part of what makes this piece so valuable. A rare, tangible look at commercial delivery before paved highways and modern tires. Number 1. 1941 American LaFrance Series 600 Pumper. American LaFrance had been building fire apparatus since the 1830s, and the Series 600 arrived in 1941 as the successor to the earlier 500 series, staying in production until 1946.
The star of this fire truck is its 527 cubic inch V12, adapted from an aircraft engine originally built by Lycoming. It produces 190 horsepower with an unusually strong torque-to-horsepower ratio of roughly 2-to-1, power that was essential for running the truck's onboard pump at full capacity. Fire trucks from this era prioritized dependability above everything else, since crews couldn't afford mechanical failure mid-response. That mix of raw power and reliability is why this pumper earns the top spot on the list.
And that wraps up our countdown of the 10 rarest pickup trucks hiding inside Jay Leno's incredible garage. From a hand-cranked coal hauler built before World War I, all the way to an electric converted classic pulling supercar-level power. This collection proves that a pickup truck can be just as much a piece of history and craftsmanship as any exotic sports car. Each one carries its own story of the people who built it, restored it, or once drove it down the road decades ago. If you enjoyed this trip through automotive history, let us know in the comments which truck on this list you'd want to see in person. Hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most fascinating car collections. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.